Hi, in this video I will show you how you can use Radar System 2 to set up a radar and compass system for your game in just a few minutes. For this example, we use Unity's 3D Game Kit Lite to illustrate how Radar System 2 can be easily integrated into an existing project. First, go to the prefab folder, select the radar prefab and drag and drop it into your scene. If we switch to the game view, we can see that the radar has been added to the UI. To make the radar system work properly, we need to assign the player and the camera transform. For the player transform, we select the LN game object. For the camera transform, we use the camera brain. We can also adjust the range of the radar. By default it is set to 100 meters. Let's set it to 50. Next, we need to decide which objects should appear on the radar. Let's open the jumper prefab. Go to the bottom of the inspector, click on Add Component and add the locatable component. Now we need to add the UI icons that we want to be displayed for this locatable. Radar System comes with 2 default icons that you can use, but you can very easily create your own if you want. For this example, we use icon 1. Now let's go into game mode. As you can see, all jumpers have been added to the radar and are now displayed properly on the screen. Here you can notice that the blue monster is not visible on the radar. This is because we haven't added a locatable component to its prefab. Let's do this now. For this example, let's assume that this is a special enemy and that the task of the player is to find and destroy it. Therefore, the enemy should always be visible on the radar. Let's go back into Scene View and select the splitter prefab. Again, add a locatable component. To make it appear different on the radar, let's select icon 2. To make sure that the enemy is visible, even if it is out of the range of the radius, we can enable the Ignore Radar Range option. Let's go back into play mode. The enemy now appears with a green icon on the radar. When it is outside of the radar range, it is clamped on the edge of the radar. Let's take a moment and talk about how you can customize the design of the radar. By default, Radar System comes with 5 ready-to-use prefabs. Let's take a look at them and open each one. To create a new design, you can simply create a new variant, assign a custom background image, and add any other UI element that you like. Let's assign Radar 3 to the scene. Select the current radar object and drag and drop Radar 3 into the prefab field while selecting Keep Overrides. Back into play mode, you can see that you have successfully applied the new radar design. Next, let's take a look at the icon prefabs. The icon is a simple UI image with a locatable icon component. You can easily create your own custom versions by creating a prefab variant and assign any icon and color that you like. You can of course add additional UI elements to your prefab as well. As you now have learned how to set up the radar and customize it, let's learn how to set up the compass. The setup is pretty much the same as the setup of the radar. Simply drag and drop the compass prefab into your scene. Assign the player and the camera transform and adjust the settings as you like. The compass also comes with an additional feature. You can set up the scale of the icons depending on the distance to the player. Now let's go into play mode and see the compass in action. And that's it. You have now learned how you can set up a radar and a compass system using Radar System 2, following these easy steps.